Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. Kindly subscribe, share and like my videos. Today's tutorial is a continuation of the tutorial I uploaded before now, which was on how to cut a blazer dress. But in this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to attach the pieces together. Recall that this was for the front piece of the blazer, while this is for the back piece of the blazer. So let's get started. I placed the back piece on the lining to cut out exactly the same shape, and I made sure I marked the dots as shown. To cut the lining on the front piece of the blazer, we need to fold the lining into two as shown. To place the front piece directly on it, I want you to take note of something. If you are using a lining to completely turn the fabric, this simply means that when you flip the lapel, the lining will show in the right side of the fabric. And to avoid this, you need to make a princess dart directly on the lining, so kindly pay attention. I placed my tape on the tip of the shoulder slope to mark 5 inches, and I connected it to the actual waist dart on the main fabric. I'm only using this as a guide on the lining, but I won't be cutting it out on the main fabric. And just to make sure that one side of the lining is not longer than the other, I'm going to extend the princess dart to about 1 inch outward, then to connect it to the armhole as shown. And if I'm going to be cutting the princess dart on just the lining, this simply means that the lining is going to be shorter than the Ankara fabric. So in order to avoid that, you need to add about ½ inch sewing allowance to the center fold of the lining and also to the side of the lining as shown. The next step is to mark the waist dart line to connect it to the armhole dart. Now I'm going to use a scissors to cut this out. And this smaller side of the lining will be intact, while the wider part of the lining will be replaced with an Ankara fabric by placing it in another Ankara fabric to recut exactly the same shape. Alright, I've replaced the wider side of the lining with an Ankara print as shown, so this will be the facing on the wider part of the fabric. So this wider side of the lining isn't needed again since the Ankara fabric has replaced it. The next step is on how these pieces will be attached separately. On the front piece of the Ankara, I cleaned out the princess dart because it isn't needed. I only used it as a guide to get the lining. Recall that the front piece was folded into two. I went ahead to separate it to secure the waist dart on both pieces. After securing the waist dart, the next step is to use a gum stay to gum the lapel and to know the wideness of the gum stay you need. In the cutting tutorial, remember I said that the wideness of the lapel we used was 4.5 inches, so I also gummed the lapel to about 4.5 inches using a gum stay. And on the lining for the front piece, I used a gum stay to gum the Ankara part, which will be the facing of the lapel. The next step is to secure the lining to the lapel facing by ½ inch. After the lining is ready, the next step is to place the lining on each other. Then you place one side of the front piece on it to trim out the excess fabric on the side, mostly the excess fabric on the armhole because we did a princess dart on the lining. Alright, this is the front piece. And this is the lining for the front piece. Now let's work on the back piece. On the back piece, you also repeat the same waist darts and center fold darts on the lining. Now I took this to the sewing machine to secure the center fold darts, and I also secured the waist darts on both the Ankara and on the lining. So I've secured the darts on the lining, and I've also secured the darts on the Ankara piece as shown. The next step is to flip the back piece of the Ankara to the right pass, and to also place the front piece of the Ankara right side to right side on the back piece as shown. To secure the shoulders by ½ inch. And you should also repeat the same sewing process on the lining by securing the shoulders together by ½ inch. After attaching the shoulder of the Ankara together, the next step is to place the waist and the bust circumference measurement to connect the 2 points together, and you should also repeat the same measurement on the lining. Now I took both the Ankara piece and the lining to the sewing machine to secure the sides. So this is the Ankara piece, while this is the lining. The next step is to flip the Ankara piece to the right side of the fabric. And you should also flip the lining right side to the right side of the Ankara fabric as shown. The next step is to secure this side of the lapel. Then you go ahead to secure the neckline of the lapel till you get to the shoulder joining. Then you stitch. Now I also secure this other side of the lapel by ½ inch, and then to secure the neckline of the lapel till I get to the shoulder joining as shown. The next step is to turn this to the right side of the fabric. Right, so this is the upper part of the blazer. Recall that the half length of the blazer we used in the cutting process was 17 inches because we needed sewing allowance in case there is an error. But right now, since we have completed the half length, you need to place your tape starting from the shoulder to mark the half length of the blazer, which is 15 inches. I missed the clip and I've cut mine to 15 inches. So the upper part of the blazer is ready. So if you've watched the cutting process of this tutorial, you understand how this skirt was cut. So like I said, this top part is for the back piece, while this is for the front piece, and I'll be separating the front piece into two because it's a blazer. And also take note that only the back piece has a waist dart, but the front piece won't be having a waist dart. The next step is to place the Ankara fabric on the lining to cut out. Alright, I've cut out the lining for the skirt, and the only difference between the lining and the Ankara is that the Ankara is 2 inches longer than the lining. So let's work on the back piece of the skirt. For the back piece of the skirt, I'll take this to the sewing machine to secure the waist dart, and to also secure the waist dart on the lining of the back piece. Obviously, I've secured the waist darts for the Ankara and the lining, which is for the back piece of the skirt. Please take note that for the front piece of the skirt, you don't need to make a waist dart. But from this center fold that was slit open, you need to mark 2 inches away from the center fold as shown. Then you cut this out to replace it with the Ankara fabric. Alright, so I went ahead to place the lining on the Ankara fabric to cut out exactly the same shape, but added half inch on both sides for the joining allowance. Now I'm just going to attach this Ankara to the side of the lining as shown by half inch. And after attaching the little Ankara piece to the lining, this is how it should be. The next step is to mark both the waist and the hip circumference on the back piece of the Ankara. Then you should go ahead to place the front piece of the Ankara right side to right side on it. Now I'll take this to the sewing machine to secure the sides following the line I chalked. Now I went ahead to repeat the same sewing process on the lining. So this is the Ankara for the skirt. Why this is the lining for the skirt? I placed the lining on the Ankara piece right side to right side as shown. Obviously, the Ankara piece is 2 inches longer than the lining, so I adjusted the lining downwards to the bottom of the Ankara piece. I'll take this to my sewing machine to secure the hem of the skirt by half inch. Alright, I've secured the hem of the skirt. The next step is to lift the lining upward to secure the sides of the skirt as shown. Your next step is to turn the skirt to the right side of the fabric. So the skirt is ready. The next step is to attach the skirt to the blazer. To attach the skirt to the blazer, all you have to do is to pick this edge of the blazer which has the joining, to also pick this side of the skirt which has the joining, then you place them together, fabric to fabric and lining to lining. But once you've placed it here and take this to the sewing machine to secure the sides by half inch, automatically it helps you to secure everything at once. Alright, with this I'm sure you understand what I mean by sewing them half inch all through. After I've done that, I'm going to just turn this to the right side of the fabric as shown. So this is the outcome after the upper part and the lower part has been attached together, and you can see how neat this is. The next step is on how to attach the collar to the neckline. The collar is very easy to make. What I did was, the collar we cut out during the cutting process, I placed it on a folded Ankara fabric to cut out 2 different pieces, because one will be for the facing while the other side will be for the main collar itself. But I also made sure that I added half inch all through the sides for the sewing allowance. And after my collar was cut out, I used a gum stay to gum both sides of the Ankara piece as shown. after which I placed the right side on each other. To attach the collar, all you have to do is to leave about ½ inch spacing from here. Then you start stitching following the shape of the collar. And when you get to this end, you stop here, making sure there's an ½ inch space. Now you should turn the collar to the right side of the fabric. To get the center of the collar, you fold it into two to notch. Now you should also fold the neckline into two to notch the center of the neckline as shown. Now I went ahead to place the collar on the wrong side of the neckline to attach them together by ½ inch. The next step is to fold the other edge of the collar in by ½ inch to close the collar opening. Now I'll take this to the sewing machine to make a straight stitch. Alright, this is the final outcome of attaching the collar to the neckline, and please take note that there are different methods to do this, and as time goes on I'll be showing you how to achieve that. For the sleeve, I'm going to be folding the hem of the sleeve in by ½ inch and then further folding it in by ½ inch to secure the hem of the sleeve, and I'll also repeat the same sewing process for the second sleeve. The next step is to fold the sleeve into two to secure the sides by 1 inch. And after securing the sides of the sleeve, you should turn this to the right side of the fabric. And the final step is to attach the sleeve to the armhole of the blazer. The final step is to attach a button, but if you don't want to attach a button, you can leave it that way depending on how you want to style it, or you might just use a detachable belt to tie it around the waist. Alright guys, this is the final outcome of the blazer. Thanks for watching to the very end, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe, share and like my videos, and also put on your notification bell to be notified when I upload new tutorials.